Ding dong.
Ding dong, stupid.
What's up, everybody? It's Ty and Eric here, the hosts of Think Fresh podcast. Ding dong.
What voice is that? Can you explain?
I'm
Please tell me
experimenting
which
with
neighborhood, which neighborhood in New West Finster did you find that accent?
Yeah, buddy, that's the Queen's Park voice. You know it. You know it to be true.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Glenbrook North.
The Glendale of
Yeah,
Canada.
I think it might be. So what's good, Eric? It's a heat wave here, and I feel like I'm inside the toaster oven right now. My cheese is sweaty, my meats are hot, my bread is crispy,
Mm-hmm.
and I got a lot of bread,
Absolute.
baby.
Oh, baby, we're breaded up. You don't need to ask twice. You just reminded me that my flowers desperately need some water. They're cooking in the sun right now.
Oh,
After this
yeah, baby.
podcast, I'm going to. You know what? I'm going to do it right now for everyone on the podcast. Is that your cauliflower tie?
Yeah, I wanted to show you the cauliflower that my gracious co-host Eric gifted to me. He sent it to my PO box a few weeks back now. It's looking a little
Mm-hmm.
shriveled in this heat, but I did water it this morning, so I'm hoping we get a strong recovery by the evening.
Wow. I'm so happy to see this because I knew you take care of that extremely well. Like I gave you like a tiny little cauliflower plant, and I just like knew I was giving it to the right person.
Thank you. It's that masculine urge to like look after a plant instead of a pet or child.
Mm-hmm. Especially an unborn child.
Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty happy with it, Eric. One day I'll birth this cauliflower and then I'll slaughter it for a dinner. I'll
Oh,
use
that
every
would make me
part
so
of it.
happy. If
Damn.
you somehow manage to grow this thing large enough to produce a cauliflower,
Mm-hmm.
that will be such a big moment for this podcast. I feel like you know, the breadheads are in on it. You know what I mean? The breadheads are helping us raise this little plant.
Yeah, totally. It's funny if you think about it. Like, I have the capability to create 176 episodes of a terrible podcast, but I'm really
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
struggling.
whoa, whoa. Terrible.
uh, Read the
Says
reviews,
who?
Eric.
I'll be read the room.
Read the room, yeah. But I can't keep this soil evenly moist all day, every day.
Hmm.
Like,
How much
agriculture is such a tried and true passion of so many people. Maybe not passion, but livelihood of so many people. Yet, I'm I find it terribly difficult.
How much water does this little folly collie bally consume? Is he
Just,
always thirsty?
yeah, dude, it's just a little squirt. Think like a martini's worth.
Okay.
Okay,
Well,
can you give me a live commentary of what you're attempting to do right now? Because I'm watching over Zoom, but the breadheads have no clue what's happening to you. You're hunched over, shirtless. You're like a little goblin right now.
I'm going
There's a
goblin
lot of
mode for
skin.
my little flowies right now. I'm what am I doing, Ty? I am
You're watering some
my
flowers.
flowers, and I'm using my Kinto kettle because it's the perfect spout shape to reach over into the pots and water the base of the soil and cover every inch of it.
Yeah, the Kinto spout in the kettle is the most redeeming quality of it, probably. That silhouette is really, it just looks good on the countertop. And I didn't realize that there's a practical benefit too when it comes to plant
Mm-hmm.
hydration.
Plant hydration is key. And my favorite part
Mhm.
about watering these flowers on my balcony, Ty, is it gets to drip down on the poorer tenants below me.
uh, yeah, that's the life if you don't live on the top floor, hey? I don't know. I'm penthouse
Exactly.
only, so I'm not sure what that experience is like.
Mm-hmm. A single floor dwelling is not a penthouse type, but um, that's fine. Uh, yeah, dude. Speaking of this heat wave and New West, actually, day in Seattle on Wednesday, and I have a lot to tell you about because
Oh,
it was a bit of a
wow.
roller coaster of a day, starting with a trip to Subway, obviously.
So you visited an American Subway location, the
Uh-huh.
border in the state of Washington.
Basically Vancouver, but grungier and like sadder. Like
Yeah.
just like kind of more gross, and like the people are like less attractive, and like I can see why like Nirvana made the music they did, and also why they like killed themselves after.
And I can also see why Amazon finds it so intriguing.
hmm Yeah, Amazon would be the kind of company to spur up around here. A soulless, like fucking money sucking pig
hmm
that is Amazon would definitely be birthed here. Makes total sense.
It makes total sense because the city is like dirty and wet all the time, so you just have to stay. And what I
hmm
can't think of a better environment for incentivizing coders to do their work
And also delivery.
and delivery. Yeah.
Like the best logistics system in the entire planet came from a place that like nobody wants to go pick up.
Yeah.
So it makes perfect sense. Like in LA, there's no like no one's making like the best drone to like take something from point A to point B. They're instead building tunnels to just deal with traffic.
Yeah, dude. And plus in Los Angeles, every resident is addicted to filling up their 80-liter tank with petrol. So
Mm-hmm.
once it's full, they got to drain it so they can fill it up again.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Um, but I did make it to Seattle yesterday after work skis. I got a little hungry right around the time we left, which was unfortunate. So we made an early stop in Birch Bay.
Birch Bay. I'm not familiar with Birch Bay. It is in the state of Washington. It is a
Yeah,
small community.
basically like after you cross the border from Vancouver and you're going 160 down the I-5, you'll get there in about
hmm
5 minutes.
Okay.
It's like a little tiny plaza with three food options: Jack in the Box,
hmm
Bob's Burgers, which
hmm
would have been a huge risk, and then
hmm
Subway.
So wait,
And I'm a man of the pod, so
but there's a sandwich shop named after hit cartoon comedy Bob's Burgers.
wait, are you telling me there's a cartoon named Bob's Burgers?
Is there not?
Wait, hold on. I don't.
What the hell?
My reading level
I'm
is
an adult.
over an age 10, but yeah, what is this cartoon you speak of?
It's a show about Bob and he makes the burgers, and I don't know much beyond that. I I don't know much
Holy shit.
beyond burger.
Beyond the patty.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ty, I can't tell you much either because I don't watch that, and I did not choose to eat there. It did look appealing, but I was saving myself. I was saving my body for Shake Shack later on, and that was kind of the original plan. So this was just
hmm
like a intermediate kind of stopover just to wet the palate and have enough energy to like make the 2 hour drive bearable. But
Right, you got the Shake Shack purity ring on, but this Subway doesn't count, right? Subway's just cuddling.
that's right. Um, my parents said I'm not allowed to have Shake Shack yet, so what I'm doing is I'm letting Subway just soak.
Jeez. Okay, so you go
Sheesh.
into the way. You're in an American way.
It's the American way, and I'm wearing my uh, Trump hat. Just
Yeah.
kidding. Um, no, but it's time to go to Subway because I'm a man of the pod, Thai, and it turns out that I let the sandwich soak a little too long. I ordered too much food, and I'm not sure why and what happened because I got a footlong. It might have been the new menu that threw me, but
Mm.
you know what? I overate and I was really full, and then I had to force myself to eat Shake Shack later, which was fine, but could have been, I could have saved myself a little better.
Dude, I think the ambulance is coming to save you right now.
Sure
Hell's
is.
going on in Chinatown? Someone else
What is everyone
overdosed
on?
on footlongs?
Yeah, for sure. Someone's foot is probably too long here.
Dude, yeah. The EMT's coming for the BMT eaters.
God damn it. Okay, so let me just walk you through this experience at the subway, Ty. This was kind of like I felt like I was in a different place. I did not feel at home. You know, I was in a new country. I was experiencing a new menu. And it was a scorching hot day, so I did not have my wits about me. So let me just like kind of walk you through step by step. We walk in, right? Bay and I take a peek at the menu, and we have immediate choice overload. There's way too many options for you to like choose when you're hungry. And so I was like, you know what, fuck it, I gotta do what's right for the podcast. I gotta try one of these new sandwiches and give up my right to choose.
I think that was a good choice. I mean, Eric, Subway has always had way too many options. The difference is that this is your first visit with a new menu, so you're experiencing Subway for the first time again. You renewed your vows to the way.
Exactly.
I know you're married to this game.
Yeah, I'm an innocent little girl, about to experience a footlong for the first time. And yeah, it was pretty nice. But so I went with the Supreme Meats, obviously, which is something that I teased on this podcast that I would definitely try that one first. And I think it was kind of a blessing and a curse because one, I didn't have to do any work. I get to just stand there and watch them like make the sandwich in record time.
Damn, they've been practicing.
Yeah, it's like, you know, when you don't hold up the artist, they end up like making it really fast, and it's kind of fun to watch because you get to see an artist at work. It's like when you watch Picasso paint something in like 30 seconds and he makes like $50 million on it. It's kind of like that.
Damn. I always find when I order like a predetermined cocktail at at the lounge, the mixologist was like throw in a few tricks along the way. Like they'll twirl the bottle in their hand before pouring an ounce in. Yeah, a little. And I'd imagine that like the artist who has practiced the craft of the supreme meat many times can now add a little bit of flavor in the form of a street performance into the streetwear sandwich, the supreme meats.
Exactly. So shout out all my supreme meat eaters. Yeah, you're right, Ty. And I did witness. So Bay got a steak and cheese footlong, and she was like kind of trying to navigate the sauce menu, which was slightly different than what we're used to. She asked for sweet onion, and the artist immediately was like struggling with that, and we were like, uh-oh, like there's no sweet onion sauce in this godforsaken. Instead, they have a sweet onion teriyaki.
That's the name of the sauce?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And so the artist clarified, and then we were just like, yeah, I guess it's like similar enough. And then the artist proceeded to do this. She was like, it was like the end of the bottle, and it was just like spraying all over the sandwich. And then, like, before that even happened, my girlfriend was like, just a little bit, please. And then she's like, just all over the sandwich. And then she's like, that's enough. We're done here.
Holy shit.
Oh, I couldn't help but laugh. So that happened. But let me take like one big step back. When I was ordering my sandwich, I noticed that there were not 2, but 3 sizes of sandwich.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
No. Wait.
Yes.
3 sizes of sandwich. So obviously there's a 6-inch, 12-inch. Where is the third sandwich? Wait, this is America where more is more. Is there an 18-inch foot long? Foot and a half long?
That's what I asked the artist. And turns out it's not a size option. It's positioned as a size option. There's the 6-inch, the footlong, and then there's a Footlong Pro.
No fucking way. You're joking.
No, I'm not joking, bro.
Damn.
And I asked her, I was like, is that like the Pro Max of like the footlong? And she's kind of like laughed and was like, yeah, it's double meat.
Whoa.
Yeah, dude. So you can get the footlong double meat, and it's like $5 more.
Yo, ordering the Footlong Pro sounds way cooler than double meat.
Yeah, I know. They like
Damn.
fucking Johnny Ive to the sandwich. They were like, you know what? We're gonna make a pro version so that everyone else feels poor.
This is like Subway's small but meaningful attempt to appeal to white collar workforce, but at the they're not disregarding blue collar because they can still say double meat and they'll get it. But now we have a
Hmm.
new vernacular. I like it. I'm here for it.
Yeah,
I can't wait to
yeah.
get a Footlong Pro Max.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome and made me giggle. So, but I decided to not go for that because I was already like gonna overeat with the foot long,
Hmm.
which ended up being a mistake anyway. But more on that later.
Oh
Um,
boy.
so shortly after, like we walked in, there was no one there. It's completely like a ghost town, and which is a good sign usually for a subway. Like a
Hmm.
suburban subway is usually like empty. Um, but right after us, like 10 people walked in, like all like
Mm.
combined age of like 2000. Like they were all like 80 plus.
Oh wow.
um, yeah, so a lot of like old folks just kind of rolled up at once for a like little late lunch or early dinner. I'm not totally sure. It was like 4 o'clock at this point.
Dude, my Gramps, he was part of a like supper club where him and all the single old birds would go out for a meal on the town. He's probably got a supper club rolling in there.
Oh shit, a little sandwich club, club
Hmm.
sandwich.
Damn. But that must have created a bit of a pressure cooker, or should I say pressure toaster moment for the
Hmm.
sandwich artist to have that kind of backlog.
Suddenly a backlog appeared, but while we were like, even just the two of us, they were already making the sandwiches. So I got the sense that like these old folks had pre-ordered, which was kind of
Hmm.
impressive in itself. Because in between our steak and cheese and supreme meats, there were like two like tuna footlongs being made.
Psycho.
Very psycho. Um,
Good on them though. Like I don't mean to be ageist, but I would assume because my tech illiterate ass can't figure out how to make the sandwich digitally. make make
fucking
food digital.
make
I
food
don't know
digital.
how Gramps can do it or Nona.
Yeah, Nona was, on iPad Pro pencil and just like
Mm-hmm.
scribbling on her device. But it made it work. Nothing wrong with little cured aged meats. Um,
The cured aged meats they are special delivery. Sounds like right
yeah.
behind you.
Special delivery. But it okay, so we're making like a couple sandwiches, and then I guess the rest of them had to think quickly on their feet and come up with an order. And the first
Hmm.
guy like took a look at the menu, and you could tell this guy's an old head because the first thing he said was, "Do you guys still have BMTs?"
Hell
I was
yeah.
like, I was like, this is awesome. And she's like, yeah, we do. And then they proceeded to make his sandwich like, just the way he had been eating it for 90 years. So good for him.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Um,
like a true breadhead, you should have handed him your business card.
I know I should have been networking in this moment, but I was so consumed by this like new ordering process that I don't know. I
It's a
just had
lot.
to like observe and like watch the magic
Hmm.
unfold in front of me.
I get that. Cognitive overload for both you
Hmm.
and the old fart behind you.
Exactly. We were both old farting after that sandwich.
Sounds like your LP sauces were also farting all over too.
Exactly. Uh,
Wow.
so get this though. This was like probably the most shocking thing of all. With the pre like the I don't know the sandwich that's like pre-designed for you, the
Hmm.
supreme meats. I had ordered it, and I'm not sure if like toasting is like part of like the menu, if it's like recommended to toast certain subs, but
Hmm.
she never asked me if I wanted to toast it, and because of my kind of layman attitude at the subway, I had to just kind of let it happen. And she didn't toast my sub, and she never asked me.
What?
So I got an ice cold fucking supreme meat sub tie. It was ice
Supreme
cold,
deli meats. Jeez. That's
yeah,
so weird.
quite literally a cold cut. Like it was so cold, like my teeth were hurting.
Dude, this is why when they take away your right to choose, we should be very, very wary of the repercussions.
Hmm. Yeah, I
But
know it was a little. I could have asked for it. I just wasn't paying attention.
So you have this iced out deli meat sandwich that never touches a toaster. Now,
Nope.
because you ordered a ready to wear sandwich instead of your typical couture, did you get any say in the veggie selection?
None.
None? What?
None.
What?
No, dude. It's all predetermined for you. Your fate is chosen. Like you've decided to let go and let God.
Oh my goodness. Oh my God. That's so.
Hmm.
This isn't the Subway I know, Eric.
It's not. But there was clear like signage saying there's like two paths you can take here. You can let us do the work or you can do the work. And I kind of appreciated that very clear like separation. Like right off the bat, they're like, you know what? You can get what you're used to or you can let us do the work. I kind of, like that.
Some checkpoints would be nice though for intervention throughout the process. Gives you as the custody a chance to provide quality assurance on those
Hmm.
quality meats that are untoasted.
Yeah, you're right. And to be fair, they did ask me at the very beginning if I was good with everything that was like listed because they had every
Oh,
ingredient like written down below the option. And
right.
I said, yeah, I'm good with it. I didn't know they were gonna like didn't they weren't gonna ask me cheese and toasted. Like that's my favorite part.
Dude, same. That's why I go to Subways because I want to feel something warm inside me. Something
Yeah,
warm and 12
cheese.
inches long.
Yeah, exactly. Um, so yeah, that's how that went, Ty. It was not
Wow.
bad. It was also much larger. Like the sandwich was like huge,
Do you
and
think
it was
that's a byproduct of,
cheese.
wait, bigger than the steak and cheese?
Yeah, it's almost like she gave me the double meats. It was so big, dude. Like it had like an inch on the other sandwich in height.
Holy shit. You got a skyscraper
Yeah,
of meats right there.
yeah. It was so much food.
Yeah. A meat like Jenga game. Probably interlocking meats. That's it's very interesting. I'm so curious if the size of that sandwich is a byproduct of the Subway series signature menu or because of the localization of the franchise you patroned. Is it perhaps because it's just the United States where more is more?
Well, that's exactly like the question I was asking myself. Like, why is it so big?
Mm-hmm.
And why does it cost so much? Dude, these $40 Canadian.
What the crap for? I mean, like for a girthy missile like that, I that's
Hmm.
priceless. But nonetheless, like you got to save a few buckaroos in the pocket for Shake Shack later.
Yeah. And you know what? I was even like, I felt obligated to tip.
Oh, because they provided a curated experience for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Eric's loves curators.
Exactly. It was an end-to-end Subway hand-holding experience, and I felt obligated to throw them 10%.
Yeah, no, I get that. The artist took the wheel there. They looked after you.
Hmm. Yeah, I was looked after.
Wow. So this sounds like it's like a completely different sandwich experience than what I've grown accustomed to at the Way.
Hmm.
Maybe they shouldn't even call that Subway anymore. Maybe that should be a derivative like franchise concept.
Hmm.
Like you
Sub-hub.
have the Your Way and the Our Way is like two
Whoa.
separate establishments.
Hmm. And then they like fight to the death. Like imagine like your way versus our way in court.
Holy shit.
Like just imagine the witnesses that would come to the stand. Fogel himself could make a difference.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, we got
And
Fulo.
he's
We
like,
got
you know what? Yeah, I did have too much on my way.
Focal should have had a little bit of their way, you know? Like
Yeah.
sometimes it's okay to do what everyone else is doing.
Yeah. Why do you gotta be different, dude? Just like sometimes you just gotta let someone else tell you what's right and stop thinking for yourself so
Damn. So in a way the Subway series is too little too late.
much. Yeah. Yeah. Where was this energy, back in like '05 or whatever it was?
I did read a news article that enemy of the pod, Jared Fogle, would will be released from prison in 2029,
Oh,
which isn't that
interesting.
far away.
So, no, it's 7 years away. And what is he gonna do? Like, once you go to jail for like fucking kids, like you can't, like you might as well just die in jail. Like there's no chance for
Yeah,
you in society. He's too recognizable too.
that's the challenge. He's so high profile. He's
Yeah,
like the R. Kelly of fast food.
yeah, yeah. What's
So I don't know what you do.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of some R. Kelly songs to make a funny joke, but I can't.
The worst part for Jared is he can't like just lose or gain weight to hide his identity. His identity
Yeah,
is weight agnostic.
yeah. We know Fat Jared and we know Slim Jared.
Yeah.
Slim Jared is a cool name too.
Yeah, dude. And the real Slim Jared is gonna have to go into hiding if he wants to like avoid the disgruntled customers of this earth.
Can you imagine if he just got a job as a sandwich artist?
Wow. I bet you
Dude,
somebody
that
would hire him back. They take care of their own.
yeah, dude, they're all about better self betterment. But you think like, do you think if Subway hired Fogel, would that be like a cultural moment where like you would have to go see him? It's like you
Mm.
gotta go see the Dalai Lama or something. It's like you gotta go see like Fogel at Subway.
Dude, you gotta let Fogel like whip you up a 6 inch.
Wow, I
He
bet you
knows his
that
way
guy
around a
makes a
6 inch pretty well.
no.
Ooh,
Oh woof,
dude, the EMT's back.
dude. The EMT's back
Wow,
for dessert.
wow.
Wow, wow. But dude, yeah. If Fogel was working at the Way in New Westminster, would you go and tap in for a Mighty Melt?
I'd have to, dude.
I
It
would
would be
too.
iconic. I get a selfie as well.
Can you imagine
I
how
wouldn't.
fucking crazy it would be if we got him on the podcast?
I think it
Like that
would
would be like
be pretty
unreal.
cool. We only gotta wait 7 more years, a few hundred more epis.
Dude, do you think he's taking colors?
Yeah, it's like you have received a call from I don't know what prison he's at.
I don't know, probably Philly.
Philadelphia State County Prison.
Hmm
Jared Fogle would like to speak with you.
Wow,
Uh,
that's
damn.
crazy.
Yeah,
What a
dude.
crazy thought.
Do you think that's a part of his release court order? He's not allowed to touch any meats at Subway. You can work there, but you're not allowed to touch the meats.
Yeah, that's disgusting. He's like the opposite of food safe.
Dude, he's very unsafe.
Yeah. So yeah, we had a great day, I would say, in Seattle, Ty, except for when we got back. I hit a pothole in my BMW and my tire exploded. So that was a nice end to the night. Outside of that, I would
Boom.
say we ate good and explored all that Seattle has to offer, which is the Space Needle.
Dude, Seattle's got so much more than that. I actually really like Seattle. Have you been to their public library?
Of course, the Rem Koolhaas designed public library. I would have gone there, but it was closed. We went fairly late in the day, but you're right. That is probably even better than the Space Needle.
Yeah, I think that it's bullshit that they close libraries. It's like a park inside, you know? You should just be able to
It's
go
an
in
inside park.
anytime. It's an
Knowledge
inside
should
park.
not be gatekept.
No, especially by municipal government.
Yeah,
Like, what do they
exactly.
know?
Exactly.
Municipal.
Yeah. And
Well,
Starbucks. I mean, we had a coffee. I had a Red Bull to drive home, and
mm-hmm.
yeah, great times.
When
Ferris wheel
when
was
in
like looking kind
when
of
in
cute, but
Seattle, you have to catch a pike roast at the Pike Place.
hmm you're right. That also was closed. They closed at 6 p.m. Did you know that?
What? But that's like an international like that's a heritage site.
Yeah. Yeah, the first Starbucks in the world is open from like 6 to 6.
Huh. You think it would be popular enough to have better hours? I think
There was a
Subway's even
lineup.
open later.
Even when it was closed, there was a lineup for people taking a photo of it.
Wow. That's like I'm
That's how
telling you,
fucking
dude, it's a
famous it is.
landmark. It's a heritage
Yeah,
site.
and the location
Even
could not be better.
but the hour is so bad. Like you could go to a random Subway in a random suburb at a random gas station and it would be open later than that.
And that's because they take care of their people, Ty.
Yeah. I really believe in promoting internally. That's why if Fogel gets in as an artist, I'm sure he'll be back into management in a year's time.
Wow. Back onto the marketing team. That was a bad time for
Hmm.
the marketing department.
They must have had it rough. And they never
Yeah,
really recovered. They're all over the place still.
you're right. They're just hiring like washed up athletes and like
Hmm.
coaches. It's like we don't care what coaches say. Like they're literally doing that job because they can't play the sport.
You know what I bet it is? I think it's a bit of trauma unearthing itself. They have, as a marketing company, a fear of associating themselves with anyone too famous because
Mm.
fame leads to pain. When the next athlete they choose gets me too'd, then they're going down with them again. They can't have that.
You're 100% right. And especially because they like, for some reason, well, actually, not for some reason, for the best possible reason, they are partnering with the NFL,
Hmm.
the only sport that uses like imperial measurements.
Hmm. On brand.
Very on brand. So that's smart. But they know that every football player beats their partners. So maybe the literal only person that they could like have as an ambassador is like the a head coach of a good team.
Yeah, for sure. Because the head coach doesn't have the muscle mass to like beat a woman.
I don't know why, but muscle mass is just a funny metric to like consider when like choosing an ambassador.
Yeah, no kidding. Oh, that's tough, Eric. I feel for Subway in that sense.
Me too.
Definitely like you can't say canceled without saying can't selled. No, can sell. You can sell Subways if you can't sell. I gotta get out of here. It's so hot.
Yeah,
I'm
we gotta
losing
we gotta
my
workshop
smile.
that one.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
There's a pun in there
for,
somewhere if you toast it enough.
yeah. Wow, rip me a piece of that shirtless bread you got right there, Ty.
Holy shit, dude. I'm so sweaty. Whew. I
It's so
could
hot
just
that I have to water my plants again after this podcast.
yeah, I think I'm going back to my cauliflower right now. Full circle.
Hmm. Incredible. Well, Ty, it's been a pleasure talking to you. I hope you
Hmm.
can find a way to cool down. Try, getting an untoasted sub. It worked for me.
Dude, that gives me chills, quite literally.
Literally, to get a cold cut, no toast. That shit is ice cold. You're gonna break your teeth on it.
Hell yeah. You'll be petrified.
Hell yeah, baby.
All right, King.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you,
King.
breadheads. We shall speak again soon.
We shall. Have a great weekend. Stay cool out there. Invest in some AC, and see you at the beach, Ty.
You too, my little ice queen. Think fresh, everybody. Ciao.